Today we will be completing our chapter, and today we are going to talk about retreating monsoon, which lies from October to November. Duration between October and November is better known as retreating monsoons, meaning monsoons going back. Retreating meaning going back. The vertical sun rays gradually shift southwards. Okay, so we did the rotation of the earth, right? When it is summer, the Tropic of Cancer was receiving the direct sunlight. Okay, this Tropic of Cancer was receiving direct sunlight, and now because the earth has moved, now the south side of the earth is facing the sun and north side of the earth is away from the sun. Okay, and this creates a low pressure in Indian Ocean. Now because of this rotation of the earth, okay, a low pressure is created in Indian Ocean. What is created? Low pressure is created in Indian Ocean. By the end of September, high pressure develops gradually over North India. Now here the things will become opposite. Okay, Indian Ocean will have low pressure. Okay, and the land of India, the land will have high pressure. સમરમાં શું હતું? સમરમાં અહીંયા લો પ્રેશર હતું ને અહીંયા હાઈ પ્રેશર હતું. By the time it is October, here the pressure becomes high and here the pressure becomes low. So what will happen? Wind will start blowing from high pressure area to low pressure area. That is what is going to happen. High pressure develops over North India. By the end of September, a fresh pressure system develops over Arabian Sea and Bay of Bengal, which weakens the monsoon winds which have already reached the interior part of India. So what they are saying, that by the end of September, okay, by the time the September ends, this low pressure is created in Arabian Sea also and in Bay of Bengal also. Okay, and high pressure is created over here. So slowly the winds will start coming back. Okay, earlier winds were flowing like this, but now by the end of September the winds will start going back. Okay, when the pressure condition changes afterwards, these winds will start flowing back towards the sea during October and November. So from the time of October to November, these winds will start going back. The winds will blow from a high pressure area to a low pressure area. Okay, so by September the pressure is becoming low. Okay, by September the pressure is becoming low in Arabian Sea, it's becoming low in Indian Ocean, it is becoming low in Bay of Bengal, and the pressure on the land of India is becoming higher and higher. And by the time it is October and November, the winds will start blowing from a high pressure area to a low pressure area. So this period is called as the season of retreating monsoon. That is why the period from October to November is called as the period of retreating monsoon. At the time, a season of dry and cool wind starts instead of hot summer. So by this time, the winds that are blowing will be dry and they will be cool. Clear sky and increasing temperature are the main characteristics of retreating monsoon. So the sky becomes clear, the temperature slowly is rising. These are the characteristics of the retreating monsoon. Soil contains moisture. The soil has water and the soil has water content in it. Daytime the temperature increases. During the day the temperature is more. That is why right now it's the month of November, right? So you might be feeling that, you know, in the day the temperature you feel is high, and in the night the temperature starts becoming lower and lower. Okay, night is cool and pleasant. So the daytime the temperature is high, you feel hot, and in night you feel cold and you feel pleasant. Daytime weather is very perplexingly due to high temperature and humidity. Because of the water content in the soil, you feel chip and the temperature is high. This situation is known as October heat. Okay, this situation is called as October heat. When it was October, you would have felt that. You would have felt that in the day the temperature is high and in the night the temperature was cold, and you might be saying, you know, your parents might be saying be rutu bhegi thai chhe, be rutu bhegi thai chhe. Okay, so this is what it is. In Gujarat, this is known as Bharadvi Tap. Okay, this is the name which is given. Okay, important. So this is the condition. I'll explain you again. What happens is, the earth earlier in summer, what was there? The north side of the earth was facing the sun and south side was away from the sun. And now around in the month of September, October, November, the earth has moved, and now the south side of the earth is facing the sun and north side is away from the sun. Now because of that, what happens is, because of that, what happens is, slowly the temperature condition changes, slowly the pressure condition changes. Now because of that, okay, the Indian Ocean starts developing low pressure. Slowly Arabian Sea, Bay of Bengal, they all start developing low pressure, and this low pressure condition is developed by September. And on the mainland of India, the pressure has become high. You know that the air blows from a high pressure area to a low pressure area. So from the land of India, the winds will start blowing back to the Arabian Sea and towards the Bay of Bengal. The winds will be cold and dry. Okay, however, the soil will have moisture. Okay, and because of that, you will feel humidity and you will feel chip. The daytime the temperature is high, the night time the temperature is low, and this term is called as the October heat, and in Gujarat it is known as the Bharadvi Tap. Now climate and human life. The climate of India is monsoonal type. This is the climate in India. Irregularity and uncertainty are its characteristics. The monsoons in India are irregular. Sometimes we get monsoons on time, sometimes we don't get monsoons on time. Okay, and there is uncertainty. We are not sure when the monsoons are going to start, which has a profound impact on the climate and the food, lifestyle, and the nature of people and agriculture. Now because of this, it affects the climate of the region, it affects the type of food you eat, it affects the lifestyle of the people and how people are going to stay, and of course it also affects the agriculture. Besides being an agrarian country, India is under the total control of monsoon climate. So we are an agriculture country, but we are heavily dependent on monsoon for the production of agriculture. So the impact of all uncertainties of these monsoon winds are seen on agriculture and human life in India. So the fact that the monsoons are irregular, the effect of this is seen on agriculture, the effect of this is seen on human life. Following are the major impact of climate on human life. Due to high temperature during most of the year in India, a large variety of crops can be cultivated. Now what they are saying, that India has a high temperature and that is why you can cultivate lot of crops. But the uncertainty of rains has resulted into unpredictable production. Now what happens is, mainly the farmers are poor, and that is why they are dependent on rains for the production. And sometimes because of that, it affects us. Sometimes if the rains are on time, crops will grow properly. If the rains come early, it will destroy the crops. If the rains come late, it will destroy the crops. So obviously it's very unpredictable. Most of the rain falls between June to September. Mainly it rains between June to September. So where irrigation is not possible, only one crop can be taken depending on the rain. Irrigation એટલે જે આપણે પાણી river માંથી લઈએ કે well માંથી લઈએ એને irrigation કહેવાય. So there are a lot of places where irrigation is not possible. In such places you can grow only one crop in 1 year, and that is also during the time when it is going to rain. The onset as well as the end of the rainy season is uncertain so many times. So when the rainy season is going to start, when the rainy season is going to end, it's very unpredictable. We don't know. Water is not available to crops at proper time. So sometimes water is not available to the crops. This delay causes destruction. This delay of rains causes lot of destruction. It causes destruction of seeds and crop production. So your crop production also gets destroyed, seeds get destroyed, etc. Sometimes there is a heavy downpour of rain in a shorter time. This also destroys the crops. So sometimes you get lots and lots of rain, and that will also destroy the crops. Rivers get flooded and causes soil erosion. So if there is lot of rain, rivers get full, the floods happen in the river and they cause soil erosion. Soil erosion એટલે rivers જે હોય ને જ્યારે flood થાય તો એની સાથે soil भी લેતું જાય. So that is bad, okay? Because from your land good amount of soil is being taken away by the river, which in long term reduces crop production. And because ધીરે ધીરે અગર આટલું બધું soil વયું જાતું હોય તો it is going to affect your crop production. When the rainy season is over, it creates employment problems for agriculture laborers. So what they are saying is that, see, now when rainy season got over, see, let's say I have a land, okay, and on my land I have employed 5 farmers to work, and these 5 farmers will be called as agriculture laborers because they will be working on my land, plowing, seeding, all that. Once that season is over, once my crops, I sold my crops, I will tell these people that okay, I don't need you now because the rainy season is over, my crops are sold, now you can go and find another job. So those people find it hard to get another job, okay. They migrate to cities. Now these laborers, they go to cities to get a better job. Due to irregular rains, some agro-based industries face problem as they do not get their raw material like cotton, sugarcane, tobacco, etc. So there are a lot of companies that produce things that are based on agriculture, like cotton clothes are produced, sugarcane juice are produced, tobacco is produced. So they depend on rains, they depend on agriculture. So sometimes they also face loss if the rains are not proper. Problem of drinking water also becomes acute due to irregular rains. Now drinking water ka problem also becomes a big thing if the rains are irregular. If there is lot of rain also you can't have that water, and if it is there no rain also you can't have water. Life in desert or mountain region become full of hardships which directly affects the people in food, clothing, occupation, etc. So those people who live on desert, those people who live on mountain, their life becomes very hard, because for them to find food, for them to find clothing, for them to find a job becomes hard. Okay, so this is how humans are dependent on climate.